So my first video here that I'm going to show you all is called Millions of Americans Are Getting Kicked Off Section 8. And before we talk about these people getting kicked off of Section 8, I want to just like go over a couple of things about, because, you know, I'm a government worker and I write policy. And I want to just say to everyone that there's not much that has changed. Well, okay. First of all, the big one, things that's changed with Section 8, the one thing that everybody is scared and talking about, right, are those work requirements. Plus, there's a proposed time limit. Now, Trump did say that he was going to kick people off of Section 8 within 2 years, but there's no legal policy out there that is allowing him to do that. Okay. So there's no nationwide law affecting people on Section 8. So if you're on Section 8 and you're still getting your voucher, you're still able to live where you're at on the Section 8, good for you. Okay. But if I were you, I would be making sure that if I was getting Section 8, I would be making sure that the money that is allotted to me for my housing is actually paying the homeowner. Okay, because in a couple of instances that we're going to watch next, they weren't properly keeping up with their accounting, and some of them say they didn't know that they were actually on the table for getting evicted. Okay, but in March of this year, HUD proposed a rule that would allow local public housing authorities and certain Section 8 property owners to impose work requirements of up to 40 hours per week. All right. That hasn't happened for everyone. All right. So if that hasn't happened to you, good for you. You're living in a state where they're like, this guy is only going to be president for 4 years. There's no need to make a bunch of changes yet. Okay. So good for you all. If you are in possibly a red state that has went along to make some of these transitions, they're telling you need to work and they want to see the proof. And, you know, and this includes anything from, so I here it says, hold on, it says, so I didn't know this. This includes housing choice vouchers, project-based vouchers, public housing, and project-based rental assistance. So I just want y'all to keep this in mind when we watch this next video of what instances these people, what vouchers these people might have. Everybody is on a different voucher, so this could affect people differently. Okay, so don't get scared, but you need to still be aware of what Section 8 you have and reconcile your Section 8 each month to make sure that your payments are going where they're supposed to go. Okay. The federal regulatory agenda still lists, though, in the proposed rule stage, basically, final actions on this proposal are supposed to be due next month. So that's why I'm putting this together today, because we're literally a week away from September, and this could affect you depending on what voucher you have and what state you're in. Okay. Basically, so the things that have changed are work requirements, that a time limit. Okay, so maybe if you've been on Section 8 for like 15, 20 years, you know, you might be a person that is going to lose your Section 8 soon. Okay, so, you know, I'm going to let this video play. Let me, oh, I don't even have it up. Okay, here it is. Let me add him to the screen. It's, here we go. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know I didn't have it up. Okay, here we go, guys. All right, so this content creator, I'm gonna make sure to leave his link in the description so that you guys can go back and watch it, send it to someone, give him a like, and subscribe to his channel if you like his content.
All right, y'all. Millions of Americans are getting kicked off Section 8. We about to get straight into this video, but first, like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the button, join the team before you hit the green.
I like when you said that, yeah.
They putting our stuff out in the rain, y'all. In the rain. 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 This guy, James right here. This guy right here is putting our stuff out in the rain.
This stuff was out there before the rain. You sat there waiting time.
Putting us out in the rain. In the rain, y'all.
That look like New Orleans.
In the rain, y'all. I begged for them to wait. We was getting everything. Literally, I begged. We black. We all black here. We all black here.
Okay, so the comment, we're all black here. I don't understand what that means. I mean, I'm black. I pay my mortgage. I pay my HOA. If I don't pay my mortgage, if I don't pay my HOA, it's going to be somebody that's going to come out here and try to evict me. You know, and if I ain't paying attention to my mail, I'm not opening my mail, I'm not being responsible with knowing that I'm not paying my mortgage, that eventually the lender is going to foreclose on me and the sheriff's going to be knocking at my door to tell me that within 30 days of the bank procedures that they've went ahead and filed with the court, I have to be out of the premises within 30 days. And then in 30 days, another sheriff is going to show up to put all my stuff out if my stuff isn't already gone. This is, I don't understand what black folks, what being black has to do with this, because there's going to be white people in this video montage that he put together that is freaking going through the same thing. So it doesn't matter if you're white or black. If you're not handling your business, then likely these things will happen to you. Now, is it messed up that their stuff is getting put out in the rain? You know, I wouldn't be happy about that either. But at the same time, if I knew I was getting put out, I would have probably called my dad, my family members, you know, cousins of mine to help me move my stuff into storage. Or at least if I can't afford to get a storage, maybe a U-Haul truck, I can rent it for a couple of days, keep all my stuff in the U-Haul truck until I'm able to get myself into another place, or put my stuff in storage.
It wasn't raining when they left.
They don't care. And
You
if
knew
you
it
get
wasn't
the
raining when they
forecast,
left.
no one gave a fuck.
It was always gonna rain.
I never knew it was going.
If
No one
we
gave a fuck because it's not them. Damn. This is so fucked up. Wow. I hope all y'all people the fuck y'all so.
Oh yeah, this is New Orleans. I can tell now. See, I couldn't hear his accent coming out, but hers coming out. And
I'm going to say this too. You know, if my stuff is getting put out in the rain and there's nothing that I can do about it, I'm not going to be sitting up in the rain, getting wet, screaming, fussing, and cussing. I'm probably going to be getting trash bags, opening them so that I can lay them over my stuff like a piece of tarp so that all my baby stuff doesn't get wet. I mean, you can see that little kitchen in pink over here on the side. You know, this is her children's stuff. I'm sure she doesn't want it to get wet. I understand the frustration. You're already on hard times, but this property belongs to someone that isn't getting paid for it, and they need to be able to make moves to get someone in their property that is going to pay.
it looked like New Orleans. Looked like that's probably downtown, maybe in the 8 wall, 7 wall area, possibly the 9 wall.
Never thought of all. I hope you fucking hear me because this ain't fucking right. This ain't right.
I just lost all.
Hey, but the thing is this though. Here's the point that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Yeah,
you
I liked him.
You was getting evicted. You ain't gonna get evicted and not know. You ain't been paying that. You ain't been paying that rent. You know what I'm saying? Because I promise you, them people that told you, listen, you gotta pay. You know this.
Right.
That's just how that go. And then they trying to play the race card with other black people. This is a black. Oh, I got a rental property. If you stop paying, I gotta come up with that bread. And guess what, man? I hate to say it, but like, I'd rather me be straight than you be straight. Straight up. I'll work with you. I'll do all the things that I can. But once I feel like you taking my kindness for weakness, you got to go, partner. It's really just that simple, man. People got mortgages out here, bro. People trying to do something with their property and you over there just not paying. Some of these mortgages are $18,000, $2,000. The Section 8 is covering a large portion of it, and you just got to come pay your part. And you ain't doing it. I got to get you up out of there and put somebody else up in there who going to pay. Because now you're bleeding me dry. And that's just the fact of the matter, bro.
On my fucking Section 8. Because you steady want to play with the police, keep going to jail, back to back. Now it's on me to take care of you.
I told you I'm going to figure it out, bro. Don't worry about the kids. Y'all gonna stay with my sister. Y'all gonna stay with my sister for a minute, bro. But you know, like they keep
to get off my Section 8. When I kept telling your ass to get out and leave and just let me take you off, your ass should have let me do it. Now I'm sitting here.
It's not my fault. They took
figure this shit out.
It's not my fault. You don't have a house no more. Stay with your sister.
I don't want to stay with no fucking body.
It's not on me. You keep trying to blame this shit on me because you and your kids don't got nowhere to stay now. I'm good. I'm going to my mama's house. Like I said, y'all can go to.
And y'all be dating these type dudes, bro. Y'all crazy.
My sister crib.
I'm not going to nobody's house.
You trying to put all this shit on me? It's not happening. It's not working. Fuck is you talking about, bro? That shit dead.
Okay, well, you go take your kids.
Oh, well.
Since you the one who made us lose it. Since you the one who made us lose our Section 8, you're going to take your fucking kids. And you're going to figure out y'all living situation. I'm going to get back on my feet without you. And I'm coming back for my kids.
What is you talking
Simple.
about? I don't get no fuck either.
No. She says we have 24 hours. I don't know because Section 8 didn't pay this month or last month. You guys, my landlord just showed up to our house, our trailer, okay? And told me.
Okay, hold on. Before we go on, because I see Lee Turner. What's up, y'all? What's up, Kennard? What's up, Lee? What's up, Red Lipstick Vibes? Homie, Jay Tillman. It's good to see all of y'all. So listen, in the previous video, the young man said, you and your kids, meaning she had kids before him. He's giving her a place to stay, telling her, you can go stay with my sister. And she like, nah, you mess me up. You on my Section 8. Young lady, if you have Section 8 and there's something going on in your life where it can potentially ruin the fact that you have Section 8 and get you kicked off of Section 8, that's not anybody else's responsibility to handle but yours. So then when you find yourself getting evicted, you can't blame that on anybody else. I'm sorry, but that was just kind of like, what, you know? But yeah, yeah, that's the boyfriend. That's not the baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Frederick, for the 10 jewels. I really appreciate you so much. The gold coins. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Frederick, for always supporting me. But yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so let's get into this one because y'all calling him Nugtavius and but okay.
24 hours to move. 24 hours, not even 24 hours. She's giving me till 4 o'clock tomorrow to be out. Me and my 6 kids, because Section 8 didn't pay our rent this month. And then when she went to go look back because they didn't pay this last month, she realized they haven't paid in 3 months. And you're just now telling me? Just now.
My thing is, how didn't you know that Section 8 wasn't paying? You didn't receive any documentation in the mail. How did you not know? You know, because you have to do certain things to get on it. So when they about to kick you off of it, I would imagine they're gonna send you some letters in the mail. And I can't really be mad at the landlord for the simple fact it's really not her responsibility to make sure you got your Section 8 for the most part. Now she could have definitely been paying attention to the fact that she wasn't receiving rent. Maybe she's self-managing. I don't know what's going on, but how do you, whatever. But you got to understand something. Put yourself in her shoes. If you had a rental property and the rent wasn't coming in, but the bank still want their money because most people don't own these properties free and clear. The bank still want their money. If she don't get you in there, I mean, out of there and put someone in there who can pay it, she going to lose that house and have a foreclosure on her credit report. She going to be in a financial bind. And I'm sorry, bro. Ain't nobody that nice. A lot of these landlords and rent people who got these properties, bro, they not rich. They just got one property hanging on by a thread. I'm telling you, I know plenty of them.
my goal is to eventually rent my house out that I'm currently in, right? But I'm not going to be able to do that. I'll likely be able to rent my house out before I'm able to pay it off completely. So like he said, it'll be my first rental property. I'll still be paying the mortgage on it, but I'll be renting it out to somebody to cover the mortgage payments for me while I go move into a bigger house. That's the goal, right? If they're not paying me and it's been after 3 months, I'm going to start sending paperwork to the house like, hey, look, I haven't got my rent. You're going to have to leave. If I don't get my rent, I'm going to evict you. And so I'm assuming that if you get a government voucher and then they say they're not going to give it to you anymore, then they would send you a letter. They would send something in the mail to you to let you know, A, we are unable to pay your mortgage or your Section 8 this month. Call us, let us know. Like, I'm pretty sure there's some steps that she missed that she's not telling us, because when they turn the camera on, it just seems to be like, woe is me, I'm the victim, this is happening to me for no reason. And then to do all of this with a baby in your hand, it's kind of like, man, like this poor child, like doesn't stand a chance.
She doesn't even have an eviction on paper. She's threatening to turn off the utilities if we're not gone by tomorrow. Where the hell am I going to go with 6 kids? Where? Because anywhere I go, I'm going to need first and last month's rent. And then she expects me to come up with almost $4,000 in back rent because Section 8 decided they weren't going to pay my rent.
Well, you Section 8, she know you ain't coming up with that. We wouldn't expect nobody on Section 8 to just miraculously come up with $4,000. That's just not how the game go.
This is bullshit. What kind of rights do I have? She can't do this to us. Where are we going?
So this is an update video of me getting out Section 8.
Okay, hold on, wait. I have an announcement. So over the weekend, thank you, Pooh Man. He kind of told me about my accomplishment before I even knew about it. But over the weekend, I crossed over to 4,000 subscribers. So thank you all so much for helping my garden grow. I am now at like 4,020, I think, 4,027 subscribers. So thank you all so much for rocking with me, supporting me, sending in super chats. Thank you so much, Pooh Man. Thank you, Lee Turner, for the jewels, Frederick for the jewels. I appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the conversations that we have, whether on Discord or in my Instagram DMs. I appreciate y'all so much. And what's up, Janelle? It's good to see you. Thank you, Lee. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, now listen to this girl, okay? Because her tenant or her Section 8 lady is watching her TikToks, okay? Watch this. Listen to this.
Because I flashed a weapon.
Hold on, we're going to go back a little bit.
Update video
to us.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
So this is an update video of me getting out Section 8 because I flashed a weapon in the video. Yeah. Remember when I said I wanted to get out Section 8? They made it happen a little sooner than I was planning, but that's okay. That's okay. Got the keys already, moved shit in already, moving more stuff in today. Then them hoes locked my rent account, so I could not pay my rent on the 1st, just because they wanted to have me gone within 7 days or have an eviction on my record. Like, it's they just really fucking slow and they haters. Talking about we watched our YouTube video. I bet the fuck you did. I bet you did. I don't hide nothing from y'all. You think I care that you watch my video? I don't.
Who is they?
I don't. We don't.
This is what I don't understand, okay? And you're going to see this in the last video that I present to y'all tonight. Y'all are going to see this internet is killing y'all. This internet is taking y'all's jobs, y'all's Section 8, y'all's food stamps, and y'all still haven't learned to keep your personal, intimate drama between you, your family, or your friends offline. Like, why? Yes, Pooh Man, I'm gonna definitely link Will's video in the description. I just subscribed to him today. I was literally all over his channel, but this one was a good one. I had to show y'all. But why clout? I guess so, Triple. I guess so. I guess clout must feel so much better than having a livelihood. Like, for the life of me, like, there's a certain way I must conduct myself online. Like I had to fill out a form that tells my job how YouTube is paying me. I had to submit that to like some FBI agent. So I know that they watch. You know, they're probably not watching me every day, but they're probably doing like a little scan on what's going on. And I just can't be out here saying that I got weapons, flashing weapons, especially if you're not allowed to have weapons in a Section 8 property. Like, why do that? Like, why was it necessary to show the weapon again and then talk about how you don't care that people are watching you and be aggressive about it? It's kind of like you're asking for more trouble, because just because they put you out of this property doesn't mean they can't ruin your chances in getting in the next property. I mean, girl.
Y'all ain't stopping nothing. You thought you was putting me in a bad predicament? No, Bookie. You just blessed me even 10 times more. Just stop hating. So, yeah.
Y'all, this woman just got kicked off of Section 8 because she had a man living in her house. So
now this guy.
The lady's been on Section 8 for 7 years, finally starting to get her shit together. She allows her baby daddy to come live there. He's hustling out of the house or whatever the case may be, helping her out with the bills, doing whatever he can. They kick her out Section 8. He skates. He don't want no parts of her. He ain't helping her out. He ain't trying to help her get back up to get a placement for her and her kids, their kids. He just done straight up bounced on the girl. Now, it doesn't make no sense that she sacrificed her place of living in order to help him out, but then as soon as she loses everything, he skates. That's what a lot of men do out here. A lot of men don't give a damn about you and what you got going on as long as it benefits them. So she put herself in a situation thinking that if everything else fails, that he was going to have her back. Now he's on her feet and she's on her ass. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation in the comments.
Well, I personally think you're a simp. That's what I think. Everybody has their own responsibilities in life. You know, she made the decision to help him out and he made the decision not to help her out. Everybody got decisions to make. She didn't decide to make her baby's father her husband. Did she? She didn't. So it's like, I can't feel bad if two people are in a bad situation that the one person goes to save themselves. That's just human nature, that you would want to preserve yourself. But in the two videos that we just watched the first two eviction videos, those women were getting evicted with their men. Their men were right there next to them getting evicted. And the one young man even offered the young woman to come stay with his sister. So it's like, I don't just think that all men are out here putting women in tough situations. I think that these women put themselves in tough situations. And when they finally can't skate around the tough situation, instead of taking accountability for it, they go ahead and put the accountability on the other person, which is wrong. And that's what this is about. Like, if you have Section 8 and there are things that you need to do in order to keep it, then you need to follow those rules. If you don't follow those rules, then accept the consequences. Shout out to you, Mr. Walker. It's good to see you. I was tripping out on y'all the other day. You are so funny, okay? Thank you so much. Mr. Walker has been a member for 12 months. Wait a minute, y'all. It's been a year since I've been monetized then. Oh my God. It just dawned on me. How cool is that? And thank you so much for the $10, Mr. Walker. I appreciate you. Peace and love to you and the family. I hope all is well. Okay. But yeah, I don't think that the men are as bad as this guy right here is trying to make it seem.
Were they talking about the first clip, the black dude? That sound like they was in Chicago, but like, yeah, bro. Hey man, y'all remember back in the day, they say that them social workers used to come to the hood and make sure no signs of a man was in that house. My cousin one time made a joke. He was like, when he was a little boy, because he in his late 40s, he's approaching 50. So he basically said when he was a little boy, his mama used to hide her boyfriend's clothes like in his closet underneath all of his clothes and stuff. Like he said, man, they had size 12 snakeskin cowboy boots in his closet, man, knowing damn well ain't no 10-year-old wearing that shit, boy. They used to make sure a man wasn't in the house back in the day. Toe up.
Free game.
21 days until my eviction. All because you guys think.
Okay, now this one takes the cake, y'all. This one right here, listen to her. So she done burned all her bridges. Every single bridge in her life, she allegedly has burned. Okay. And I'm saying she's burned it. Listen to what she says in this right here. Thank you so much, Frederick, for saying that I can get up to 40K. Okay. That'll be today. Okay. Thank you for putting that out there for me. I appreciate you. And Lee Turner. Yeah. Congratulations. 1 year monetized. I know. I'm so excited. I'm going to have to like eat an unhealthy snack today to celebrate. I haven't even thought about it. I've just been trying to get back on track for being off the summer. But I'm really excited. And I'm so excited that you guys are even excited about that for me. Very cool. Thank you so much. What's up, Sentiment? BAP works. It's good to see y'all. All right, now listen to this lady. Okay, now
I was being so mean to you, all because I asked you some questions and I blew you a kiss and said thank you.
Now, did you catch that? Let me go back a minute. Hold on. Let's listen to what she said.
Some questions. I think I was being 21 days until my eviction. All because you guys think I was being so mean to you. All because I asked you some questions and I blew you a kiss and said thank you.
So she done went to somebody's rent office, asked some questions. I'm sure she wasn't asking in this tone of voice. And then after they answered her questions, they allegedly said she was mean because she said thank you and blew them a kiss. I'm pretty sure that she was aggressive and that kiss was like, kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying?
So now I got 21 days to figure out where I'm gonna be at. I can't go to my mom's house. I can't go to my sister's house. I already called the shelter. They said they're full. It's getting cold. People need somewhere to go. If you ain't got kids with you, it's hard to get in the shelter.
She said, if you ain't got kids with you, it's hard to get in a shelter. Here in Atlanta, you got to be in that shelter line like before 6, you know, and like my restaurant was not too far from a few shelters downtown. And man, you know, like it's tough, but they have a capacity. And if you're not there or in line, you know, in line good enough to where you meet the capacity, everybody that is behind you is not going to be able to stay there. And, you know, they take people with kids first. So I get that prioritization. But, you know, you just heard her say she can't go to her mom's house. She can't go to her sister's house. I wonder if the reason why she can't go back to her mom's house and she can't go back to her sister's house is because of the fact that she gets aggressive, like however she was with those people who she went to ask that question to and then said thank you and blew them a kiss. Moms and sisters don't go for that shit. And listen to what she's about to say here after this.
My kids are at my sister's home.
My kids are at my sister's house. So her sister is already doing her a favor by raising her kids and keeping her kids in a stable environment. You see, and her sister will take her kids, but her sister won't take her. You see what I'm saying? It's because the kids are innocent, but you the one that keep making bad decisions. You the one that can't get your shit together. People don't mind helping children, but they fully care that they are taking care of a grown adult that is disrespectful, mean, like she said the people at the rent office described her as mean, disrespectful. And then you dusty? Nah, you can't come stay with me.
Obviously, if I had no go, I'm gonna sleep in my car. So, yep. 21 days.
I mean, it does make sense. Like, if you don't have no kids, it makes it harder to get in the shelter. The way I see it is like, all right, cool. If you are in there, you could possibly be taking the place of children. It makes sense. It still sucks, but I get it. It's also interesting, bro. Like, when you are doing bad financially, Child Protective Services could take your child and then they'll put your child in the care of someone who receives money to take care of the kid.
Thanks, taxpayers.
Okay, y'all. So we are at Park.
Did you hear that? Did you see that? She said, thanks, taxpayers. Wait a minute. So about 4,000, I think my mom broke it down for me one time. This was like 10 years ago. I think she said it's about like $4,500 comes out of my paychecks all year to cover like these subsidies for people who are on government assistance. So she's thanking us for the fact that she was put out and is going to be homeless in 21 days. The audacity, ma'am, we do for you, but you don't do for yourself. All you have to do is have a good attitude, treat people fairly, and do what you're supposed to do, and you won't be getting put out. People won't say that you're mean and you can't stay here. Like, what? You don't just get to roll through life doing anything you want to anybody and then assume that you're still going to be able to get a handout or a lift up. No one's going to do that. That's just wild to me.
Of how I got kicked off Section 8 with 7 children and a husband. Okay, y'all. So in my job, I told y'all they pulled the float plan. So this owner was really wanting us to be his tenant real bad. So when he decided that he had another house for us, he wanted to show us the 402 in Carver Shores. Like I said, y'all, Carver Shores is kind of the hood. And of course he'll have another house in the hood, but there's neither here nor there. The house is really nice, y'all. So we go see the 402. He failed the inspection 4 times. For the first time, it was because it wasn't no electric socket on the socket that you plug stuff up to. Then B, he failed it again because the light over the stove didn't work. So that was a red flag. We should have known.
Man, so let's say a Florida mom in tears as she about to lose her Section 8 housing assistance after starting a new job. She said, I feel like I got punished for trying to get in the job. I ain't gonna lie, bro, this fucked up, but it's the way things is. One thing about Section 8 and government assistance, they don't want you to grow. It's crazy how much help you can get out here for being lazy, but as soon as you're trying to change your life around for the better, they don't want to help no more. It's so many single parents out here with a job that's barely holding on.
That bothers me. Like, if I ever get further up in government, these would be the kind of programs that I would look at rehabbing, not trashing the program or severely cutting the program, but maybe like split the Section 8 program in a way where there's a way to transition out and still get assistance in some way. You know, like, okay, you got it, because you do want people to get a job so that you can help other people that need it. So I get that. So I mean, I think that it would be a good way to keep the program alive, but rehabilitate the people that have maybe had a hard life, maybe drugs. You know, this one lady has 7 children, you know, maybe a few of them go off to college and you only got 4 from the 7 to take care of, and now you're able to work. I don't know, but I feel like these programs need to be rehabilitated so that they're better able to catch the people that want to transition out, so that we don't have a whole bunch of people abusing the system. Because, you know, you don't know until you try. And then, you know, she's out there looking for jobs. She probably landed a really good job, and she was like, okay, I'm going to work this job for 3 months and then I'll be completely off of government assistance. But as soon as they found out she was working, she doesn't have that 3-month cushion anymore to build up her salary, her paychecks, to be able to afford it on her own. I think that's wrong. So that would be something that I would look into changing, because I do feel like some elderly people might need like a Section 8, maybe young people that are out of the, you know, when you're adopted or you grew up in a group home and now you're 18 and they're putting you out of the group home or the orphanage, and now you have to live on your own. Like, I would want to give those people Section 8 and vouchers, and I would want to help them, but I wouldn't want to cripple them for 10, 15, 20 years. The goal would be, let me help you, and then eventually you're going to get a job and be able to do all of this on your own. So yeah, this is a pickle.
They could just get a little extra help, they'd be good out here. I always say though, bro, having a job is always gonna be better though.
Yeah.
You're gonna make way more money from a real job than any type of government assistance. See if she never got a job and she just stayed on Section 8 for the rest of her life. Most likely she would never have shit. If you able to work a job, bro, that's always better.
Right.
Old time, you can lose your government assistance from anything. If they find out that the person you got a child with is living with you, they can take it from that. It's just too many rules, bro. It's not worth it at all, especially if you young and you want to be successful. Facts.
Lady is getting.
Yeah, I never quite understood that, right? Let's say you got on one hand the person who wants to be a lifelong Section 8 tenant. It's almost like you're incentivized to do just that. But then on the other hand, what if you have someone who is on Section 8, but they see a bigger vision for their life? So they want to get, you know, a job and they want to get educated and they want to move up, but then you punish them for doing that. It's really like a catch-22. It's a paradox.
Yeah.
You can't win for losing sometimes, dog. And then ignorant people say a lot of times like, yeah, all of the people are like the first people I mentioned, the ones that want to be lifelong tenants, which is not the case. But it's almost like they want to keep you perpetually struggling, because they could set it up to the point where like, all right, there's a program where, all right, cool, you're on Section 8 now. You can go and work a job. And we still gonna pay our portion, and you're gonna still have the same portion that you have to pay. And you're gonna do that until you get on your feet, and we'll let you do it for 2 years. So you're getting job experience, maybe you're getting your education and all that kind of stuff while you know that you have a roof over your head. But they don't, they don't do shit like that.
And these government agencies, especially right now, we need help. We need help, okay? If you are able-bodied and you are able to get to the work site, I would love to have somebody help me at work. You know what I'm saying? You're getting on the job training, you know what I'm saying? And you're on the program. I think that would be great. A 2-year program is even better than 3 months, because that gives you enough time to like learn budgeting, and you know what I'm saying? And you're still able to survive. You still know how you're going to eat without having to do something nefarious like sell drugs or prostitution or, whatever else is out there to help you supplement your income until you get what you need, where you need to be. So I agree with him on that. I love that idea. A 2-year program to help people transition off of Section 8. I think that is fair.
Kicked off Section 8. She got 6 kids and she has to pay $1,100 in a day. I guess she ain't worked a job in like 13 years. And she said she's not going to go work a job, but she has 6 kids and she was on Section 8 and her landlord came and told her like, hey, by the 1st, you need to come up with $1,100 because they're no longer covering your Section 8. $1,100 by the next day is insane. But also saying that you will never go back to work again is even more crazy.
Right. Because
at the end of the day, I'm going to have to do what I got to do for my family. I feel like it gets to a point. I feel like at that point, you're kind of abusing the whole purpose of Section 8. I feel like it's a temporary thing, not a permanent thing. And the fact that she was on there for 13 years is just like, okay. Granted, 6 kids is a lot. But within those 13 years, there should have been some type of plan or some type of end game to like getting your life back on track. You know what I mean? I don't want to judge anybody's situation because
I don't want to get into policing people's reproductive organs because that's kind of like eugenics. But I do think that if you're on these kind of programs, like let's say you started the program out with 2 kids, I can see going from like 2 kids to 4 kids on the program. But if you go from 2 kids to 5 more kids to having 7 kids total in a 13-year period, you're off the program. I'm sorry, because you're not trying to live a better quality of life. You're just mooching off of the government at this point. So I don't agree with that part. I don't think that's cool at all. Nobody gets to do nothing for 13 years and get paid for it. And I know that you're saying, oh, it's Section 8. She's not getting paid. Somebody is subsidizing her rent. That, to me, you might as well call that a paycheck. So weird.
I know things happen, stuff happens, but 13 years and then to turn around and say, I'm not going to ever work a job is like crazy. Okay. Because I don't even have kids and I can't get on Section 8 and I can't get food stamps and I can't get all of these assistance things, but I work every single day, day in and day out. So it's just kind of like to just see somebody get on this app and be like, oh yeah, I'm not going to ever work. Like it's kind of a slap in the face.
It is.
So the bitch down at the government, how do y'all allow people to be on Section 8 for years, then run out of the funding for the shit? Okay. Now y'all got a group of people that y'all.
I like him. He's on TikTok a lot, but Section 8 didn't run out of money. All the money that the government has lots of money. They didn't, they're not, money didn't go missing. They just said, we don't want to give this pot of money called Section 8. We don't want to give them as much money as we've been giving them. So we're going to put 40% of the money we usually put into this bank. We're going to cut 40% of that. Now we're only going to put 60% of what we usually put in there. And we're just going to let people deal with that. So that is why new people can't join and why old people are getting kicked off. Not old people, but people who've been on the program the longest are probably getting kicked off because Trump did propose a time limit. And then Trump did say or suggest that if you're going to be getting all of this good government aid, then you need to be working. So it's not like a get out of jail free card. And it's not that the government ran out of money. It's just the government wants to use money on other things like wars, things like that. So when the priorities change, what they do is they take from the poor. They take from the poor. So they took money out of Section 8 and they put it somewhere else. But they didn't run out of money. They got money. They even have emergency money, which we learned last year when people were losing their food stamps. Remember? So, yeah, they didn't run out of money.
Have allowed to do the bare minimum all their motherfucking life. You just stop them from getting careers and all kind of bullshit just to qualify for these benefits. That's another
thing. Like nobody stopped anybody from getting a career. And I love what you said, Jay Tillman, your comment up here. let me see, where's your comment? When you were talking about this one right here, Mrs. Smell the Roses, and you're surrounding yourself with a different caliber of people, right? So when we were talking earlier and I said, you know, the government would love to have like interns and people that are kind of there getting on-job training but working for free, you know, like that, being around that different group of people, older people who are getting good government salaries and make good decisions with their 401ks and their Roths, and they invest, that getting around a different group of people will help you give yourself a better perspective on where you want to be in life. But when this gentleman just said, you know, you stopped people from getting a career, no, people decided that they rather have less than more. They didn't want to have to go out and work for the more. They wanted to just get by with the less because they didn't have anything to do for it. It's like, if I don't have to do anything and you're going to give me $1,500 a month, but if I go out and get a job, you're going to stop giving me the $1,500 a month, then I'll just keep collecting $1,500 a month forever because that's all I need. No, because now we're in 2026 and milk is $7. Like, if that $1,500 doesn't stretch as good as it did in 1994. So nobody stopped them. So this guy right here, I don't know. I don't agree with this point here. Nobody stopped anybody on Section 8 from doing a better job and getting a better job and getting off government assistance and, you know, living for themselves, not living off the government. So
now y'all done ran out of funding for this shit. Where these people gonna go? What these people gonna do? Huh? That's why it should have been for people that was doing something, people who go to work, people who pay the bills, people who is actually getting up, going to do something for themselves. Those are the people that should be getting the help and the benefits. That way, when you lose it, you already know how to continue to get and work for money and know how to live and know how to survive and be able to live with the rest of society and not have to struggle. Now we got a whole big bulk of people that's about to fall real hard. That's correct.
How does and look, dude, make a good point too, though, man. Shit, you take people that's been on Section 8 their whole life and take it away from them, shit about to hit the fan, bro. Because they about to be hopeless. And hopeless people do some crazy shit. And they don't have no skills. They don't have no work experience, no work history. Cooked.
Somebody who's been on Section 8 for 10 years get put off just like that. So I have this friend, right? And she's also a property manager. She just told me the most heartbreaking story that I've heard.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave this here because I didn't like her story. And I feel like this will be a good point to let this go. So this is where we at. Okay. This is where we at. People getting kicked off of Section 8. What do y'all think? Do you think that the people that are getting kicked off of Section 8 that we watched today, do you think that there was anything that they could have done differently to either keep their Section 8 or, you know, instead of actively complaining online about not being able to keep their Section 8, do you think that their time would be better used actually finding a better job or a couple of jobs? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, but